All right, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Bottoms up.
That didn't make a good toast sound.
It didn't. Can we try that one more time?
Yeah. That still
sucked.
Good
All right.
toast sound.
All right, we each got a 40 of hard iced tea right now. Because
It's the weekend.
yes, that is the reason for which we have.
It is.
Oh,
Anyway, what do we do with it?
that's also my only line.
Right out the gates, I've already fucked it up.
It's all right.
All right.
So, we've made a fucking time leap machine. What do we do with it?
Do with what?
The time leap machine, of course. What do we do with it?
Sleep and shit.
For once, my
Okay.
assistant has nothing to say. Now that we have it cornered, we should destroy it. I already know that she fears we've created a monster. Honestly, I feel the same way. After a few moments, Kurisu finally speaks.
私たちの手に負える代物じゃないのは確かよ。一番無難なのは研究機関に譲渡して国家プロジェクト扱いにしてもらうことね。
It's too much for us to handle, that's for sure. The safest thing would be to hand it over to the government for immediate destruction.
What, you saying that the first time machine in existence is too important to be in the hands of some, like, teenage dipshits?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. I can tell that she's not pleased to have reached this conclusion. She obviously would prefer to experiment with this technology. After all, it's humanity's first time machine. We've finally taken our first steps towards godhood. I'm sure that the nations of the world would pay billions for just one look at our time machine.
Huh. So time machines are the first step towards godhood?
I guess?
Huh.
Well, no, there is a prerequisite step. You have to get a PS1.
Nice.
Real quick. I just noticed that up in the corner. That amuses me. The possibilities that it represents are limitless, unless CERN decides to revoke our access to the Large Hadron Collider, in which case it's a useless fucking piece of shit.
It's okay. We can, instead of squishing the data with the black hole, just go squish.
Squish it real hard. I don't know if you can squish your face into that many bites.
Probably. I'm trying my best. It just doesn't feel real. Mayushi doesn't get it. That's because you didn't work on it, Mayushi. Oh, right. Okay, but what if she had, and it had a cute costume, had silly hat phone wave Chan, was an adorable time leap machine? Why didn't this happen?
She was busy being moral support.
ちなみに多いんじゃなくて岡部の意見ね。
What about you, Okabe? And I mean you, not Ho and Kyoma.
I agree with Kurisu that the time leap machine is dangerous. On the other hand, I want to experiment. I state my honest feelings. Kurisu gasps. But there are still questions we need to answer. This is unknown territory, not just for us, but for all of humanity. Who will time leap? The way I said that aloud was kind of weird, but
No, I liked it.
I look to each of the lab mems in turn. Dara quickly looks away. Mayuri's expression is blank. Kurisu stares right back at me.
誰って決めるのは難しい。
It's hard to choose. I'll pass.
No, you have to make anime noises. Wait, no, hold on.
Wait, anime noises? Like, NANI?
Not a single... You know what I mean. Not a single person here wants the honor of being history's first time traveler. Everyone, except for Mayuri, is probably thinking about what could go wrong. Wow, rude. What if the time leap were to fail?
シルンのタイムマシンみたいにジェリーマン化する可能性はゼロよ。
It's not like CERN's time machine. The possibility of becoming a jelly man is 0.
Well, thank you for reading my mind and concerns, Kurisu.
このマシンで
But
起きるのは
also,
データで
well shit, not interested anymore if I can't become a slime. This machine sends data, not the real thing.
タイムリープに対する先入観にとらわれないで。
Don't let your preconceptions influence your decision.
Worst case scenario is that you overwrite past you's brain with a bunch of garbage data and you just become, I don't know, a walking mindless zombie?
Yeah. You might say it's like a cut and paste of your brain.
そうじゃなくて、あくまでもコピー&ペーストなの。しかも記憶だけよね。
Actually, it's more like a copy paste. And it's just your memories.
オリジナルが消えることはない。
The original doesn't get erased.
That's a very easy to understand example. But that's not the problem. Time flows in a straight line from past to present to future. At least that's how most humans see it. This raises several questions. What if there's an error somewhere and the data itself gets fractalized? Let's say I send my memories an hour into the past. My memories would be replaced by fractalized data. In other words, data full of tiny holes. That's... You know what? That actually seems like a conceivable use of that word, so I'm gonna assume it's correct until I look it up later. Wouldn't that cause memory loss?
かもね。
Luckily, Okabe, that's totally not a word.
Also, nothing you need to worry about. Boosh! One hour later, we arrived once again at the present. That time the me who lost his memories an hour ago and the current me conflict in my brain. Which data set survives?
理屈で考えれば、1時間前にコピーが移された時点で、今も変化するから。
Logically, the present should change as soon as you send your memories to the past.
The conflicting current me disappears then. So then it's not a copy-paste at all, is it?
わからない。未だかつて時間を超越した前例なんて一つもないから。
I don't know. No one's ever experienced time travel before.
Except for that one time when we fucked around with the timeline and changed the past? Does that count?
Well, I don't know that it does, because none of them traveled through time.
Yeah, fair. But according to Kurisu, none of them are going to be traveling right now either.
True.
When we send a D-mail, the world is reconstructed based on the change we made to the past. I'm the only one who's aware of this, however.
タイムリープしてどうなるかはわからないのよ。
We don't know what happens when you time leap.
ライターが言うように多世界解釈ならタイムリープした時点で別の世界線に分岐する可能性と同じ世界線のまま時間だけを遡る可能性が同時に存在することになる。
What?
You have to read it.
If it's the many worlds interpretation, like Taitor said, then the instant you time leap, it creates two possibilities. One where you shift to another world line, and one where you travel back in time on the same world line. I'm confused because I don't recall this being a thing that was brought up previously.
What, that it was mentioned that Titor was advancing the many worlds theory, but I don't think it was ever expressed in that particular way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the correct way of expressing what Titor was talking about.
I'm confused, but regardless.
Regardless, we soldier... So, if you're gonna stop there, instead of back when we're compressing all of human memory into 36 bytes by making it real small.
It's okay, I got over it, because I can become real small. Watch.
Oh, so
I did
small. Oh, I hug.
I compressed myself.
Oh, rar.
Of course, there must also be a world... What? Haha!
Took her a second.
Of course, there must also be a world line where the current you doesn't disappear. That would likely correspond to the present that we are experiencing right now.
But that's only if the many worlds interpretation holds in the first place. I thought you didn't believe what Titor had to say.
I'm talking hypothetically. Titor doesn't matter right now. If it's the Copenhagen interpretation, then every possible state propagates through space as a wave function. When a particular state is observed, the remaining states collapse, and that state is fixed. I'm doing a wave function.
It's very good. But precise observation is impossible. The problem is who the observer is in this case.
Well, clearly the sky-clad one. Haha.
No one's gonna get that.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
It's the name of the title song.
Yeah, but I don't think we... Have we mentioned that fact?
You're implying that there's anyone who doesn't have the Steins Gate soundtrack on their phone.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be a third party? Like me or Mayushi? That's not a questioning noise.
No, but it is an exasperated one.
Okay.
Not necessarily. It might be me. It might be someone else. It could even be God. To begin with, the Copenhagen interpretation and the many worlds interpretation are both micro-scale theories used to explain quantum interactions. No one knows whether they can be applied to humans or the world at large.
Reasonable.
Hey! What about my personal experiences with reading Steiner? If reading Steiner is the sort of power I think it is, then the world line model is correct. In the end, we arrive at the question of, where is the self?
This time leap machine only sends memories. That I guarantee. Won't the present be reconstructed at the moment of transfer? That's what happens with Okarin's reading Steiner, right?
I like how they all believe him and not that he's just pulling their legs because they have to take it all on faith. That makes sense where D-mails are concerned. When we send a D-mail, we're obviously interfering in past events. But time leaping is different. All you do is send your memories to the past, which isn't the same thing as sending a targeted D-mail. Whether the me who suddenly remembers 1 hour into the future will, in fact, change the past is something we can't know until it happens.
I'm getting confused.
Aren't we all?
It sounds like we're talking about the soul. Isn't that a religious question? Wait, you guys are misunderstanding something. I totally found the soul already. That was my undergrad thesis.
It was behind the couch.
Yeah.
Just no one bothered to look.
1 hour isn't enough time for your personality to change. You should be the same person 1 hour ago that you are now. This sounds like a challenge. I'm going to become a different person within the next hour.
Oh, alright. It's gonna be all recorded, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
The only difference is that you'll have an extra hour's worth of memories.
So, were you planning on starting on becoming a different person? How can you be sure?
絶対とは言い切れないけど、何しろ誰も試したことはないんだから。
Well, I can't. Nobody's tried it before.
This discussion's going nowhere. Personality and consciousness can't be strictly defined, so it's hard to imagine what might happen. So, which is it?
だから
I did it.
わからないの。ここでどれだけ
What?
普段
I became a different person.
Who are you?
全ては
Get the hell out of my house!
It's okay. It's me.
Oh, hi.
I
Where'd you
turned
go?
back. I turned into a different person.
Oh, hello. That was really weird. You see that other person who was in here for like 30 seconds? It was creepy as shit.
It was me.
No, it wasn't. It was someone else. Who the hell are you? Get the hell out! Oh, hey, welcome back.
Hi. We don't know. We can argue the theories all we want, but in the end, we can only guess.
Until someone just fucking does it.
人類のこれまでの既成概念を崩壊させるものになるかもね。
This experiment may end up shattering preconceptions scientists and philosophers have held for centuries.
We won't know until we try. That pretty much sums it up. To make matters worse, the subject must be prepared to risk damage to their psyche. Krisudaro and I say no more. We can't solve this problem. This is our limit as scientists. But haven't we accomplished enough already?
No, time for a
The time leap
limit
machine
break.
itself is worthy of a Nobel Prize. We could sell this technology for billions if we so chose. If we go public with the time leap machine, we can break CERN's monopoly on the time travel technology. That's enough. It has to be.
Hey.
Mayuri, who has been observing the discussion with fascination, opens her mouth to speak.
I have an idea. Why don't we make a banana time leap instead?
マユリったら
Oh, Mayuri.
バナナには人間みたいに脳はないでしょ。
Bananas don't have brains like people do.
Or do they? Wah, wah, wah. Wait, why am I doing the Kill Bill?
それじゃあダメだね。
Oh, they're not sentient, huh?
Mayuri never changes.
I'm not interested in eating bananas anymore.
Mayuri.
I only eat things that can be conscious of and not want to be eaten.
The atmosphere in the room gets a little more relaxed. Let's not experiment. We'll entrust the time leap machine to a suitable research institution, then we'll announce it to the world. Thanks to the lightening of the mood, I can finally say what was on my mind. Neither Krisu nor Daru objects. No one has touched the time leap machine since that discussion. Ridiculous as it sounds, I can't shake the feeling that it might suck my memories out and fling them into the past.
Move in and
And
slurp.
Oh, read them. Oh, the machine does have its appeal, of course. We're all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers. Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decide to hold a celebration to mark the completion of the device. Everyone feels the need to let loose after working so hard on the project. I have Daru order pizza while Krisu and I go shopping for snacks. Clothes
Who's
field.
in the concert?
I don't know. Who is that?
I don't know.
Akiba has always had a lack of supermarkets. That hasn't changed even with the anime stores gone.
Is that Mizuno Ai from Fraud Shushu?
I was trying to remember her name, and yes, it is. After we finish shopping, Kurisu and I walk along the evening streets. She looks like she's got something to say. She keeps stealing glances at me.
Glance kleptomania.
Okota?
I'm not upset. Upset?
She frowns like she didn't expect that question. Finally, she faces this way. About her decision not to attempt a time leap experiment.
I'm not upset. I'm not. Humans are temporal beings. That's a Heidegger quote.
Nice.
I was actually relieved when you made the decision not to use the machine. If you hadn't been there, I might not have been able to stop myself.
And that's it. We don't use the machine. Game over.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
What's this? Gratitude? Does she have a fever? Put my hand to her forehead to check. Kurisu twitches.
What are you doing?
You're talking like an assistant for a change. I thought you might have a fever. I dropped my hand.
I'm not grateful to you or anything, okay?
Baka. Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us. Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. If Dara were here, he'd probably get all excited and say, "A real tsundere, sweet!"
Anyway.
Kurisu clears her throat and returns to her usual sour expression.
That thank you was just a formality. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Of course, I only did what I had to.
Whoa. Don't forget what Taitor said.
Feed your head?
What?
Remember what the dormouse said? Feed your... No?
What?
White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
Oh! Okay.
Okay, sorry, that was a little bit of a... that was a bit of a deep cut, I'm sorry. I'm the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Ho in Kyoma. My first priority is to protect the welfare of my lab members. Also, why are you texting us out of nowhere, part-time warrior? So I have no need for your thanks.
And yet you always talk about plunging the world into chaos.
What specific thing that Titer said does she want us to remember?
No.
You are my allies, and the world is my enemy.
I'm speechless. You're too self-righteous.
You say speechless, yet you're speaking.
Whoa. I wish the world could
QED.
improve somewhat.
And yet you participate in society. Curious.
Don't argue semantics.
It's quite mysterious, really. It's only been 2 weeks since Kurisu and I met. And yet it already feels natural for us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. Perhaps pooling our efforts to create something new, dangerous though it might be, has brought us closer together. You must have had someone on the inside to help you make those time machines. Get you connections with the local universities, huh? Believe what you will.
I am thou, thou art I.
Art
What social link would Kurisu be?
Temperance.
Huh.
That was just the first one that came to mind.
Okay.
I admit-
Temperance, because she has a temper.
Yep. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive. I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return. I decided to ask her.
そういえば飛行機のチケット取るの忘れてた。
Oh yeah, I forgot to get a plane ticket.
That's kind of important.
夢中になりすぎてたわ。
I got too caught up in improving Silly Hat Phone Wave Chan.
It's not Silly Hat Phone Wave Chan.
It is.
Yet.
But I'm Silly Hat Me.
Wait, who are you?
It me.
No one can see making this gag work, so I don't know why we're doing it. Going public with the time leap machine will send the world into an uproar. We also plan to expose CERN, remember? You may not be able to go back to America for some time.
そうか。となるとママに電話しておかないと。
I guess you're right. I should call Mama and let her know.
Hey, Mama, I'm about to become an international fugitive. I can never return home. Looks like things are gonna get busy. Naturally, I want Karisu to stay with us to the end. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back.
ただいま。
Tuturu, I'm back.
Do you still have Tuturu app?
Yeah.
That is important. Seems like Mayuri went to Luca's. Suzuha shows up a few minutes later and our development council comes to order. Daru ordered 3 pizzas. We also line up all the snacks we bought on the table.
Yeah.
It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Mayuri wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismissed it as unnecessary. Looks like Suzuha managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Braun. Good, because that way we didn't have to draw more art assets.
Ah, good.
室長として一日を過ごす羽目になるとこだったよ、私。
Man, that was terrible. I was stuck looking like an exhibitionist all day.
The Braun Tube workshop's closed. Suzuha made sure the 42-inch CRT was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunction from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax. The topic of the time leap machine has become taboo. Even Karisu doesn't bring it up during the meeting.
ダルお前なぜこの前と全く同じ種類のピザを注文したのだ
Daru, why did you order the exact same pizza as before? I opened the pizza boxes to find the exact same ones he got for Suzuha's party.
Sameness is comforting, okay? Because I like it.
Yeah, big mood. Naturally, I'm not amused.
おかり、
Okarin, Okarin.
エリスちゃんやルカちゃんにはね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
I called Ferris-chan and Luca-chan, but they said they couldn't come.
そうか何か用事でもあったのか
Oh, do they have plans?
エリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会。
Ferris-chan has a Rhinet tournament.
しま
Hell yeah.
応援行きそびれたなんという不覚
Crap, I should have gone to cheer. How careless of me.
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。
And Luca-chan seemed embarrassed for some reason.
ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
Maybe she thinks you'll make her wear a costume
コ
again.
スプレの件かもしかしてまだ説得できていないのか
You still haven't convinced her to cosplay? Then what was the point of completing the costume?
恥ずかしいんだって。
I heard once, if you sew it, they will come. She said it was embarrassing. I keep telling her, cuteness is justice. But she never listens.
可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。
Cuteness is justice. Is that what they say?
クリスちゃんもね。
Who is the they and that's what they say?
You're cute too, Chris-chan.
Aww. Everyone's cute.
Yuri Root, unlock.
Yes!
Huh? Eh?
Hue! Kurisu doesn't know how to react. She blushes and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course.
We're all squares. Hey, Komima's coming up. Wanna go?
新作は無理だけどね。去年作ったブラチューのセーラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね、サイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。
I can't make something new, but I have a costume of post-awakening Sarah from Bloodtoon I made last year. I think the size is just right for Chris-chan too.
私がコスプレ。
Me? Cosplay?
Kurisu looks conflicted. Then she murmurs.
ちょっと興味ある。
I'm sort of interested.
She sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture.
でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
But I refuse to do it in public though.
着るだけでいいよ。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
Don't worry, after you get the first hit, you'll keep coming back for more.
You don't have to show anyone, but eventually you'll want them to see. The cosplay demon compels you. It's me.
Cosplay demon?
I'm the cosplay demon.
Mayuri, goddess of cosplay.
クリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。でもこんな制服都内にあったっけ？
That reminds me, Chris-chan, you're always wearing those weird arm belts. What are they for? Oh, this?
Kurisu lifts up her necktie.
2週間だけアヤメインに逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけど、そこの制服を改造してきてるの。
I attended Aya Main for about 2 weeks. I modeled this outfit after their uniform.
あ
Wow, they have silly arm belts?
あ、そこの制服もともと可愛いもんね。でもクリスちゃんの改造センスはね、すごくいいかも。
Oh, their uniform is really cute, but you made it even cuter. You
Aww.
might have really good design sense.
Maybe.
明日コス持ってくるね。そしたら試着してくれる？
I'll bring the costume tomorrow, okay? Will you try it on then?
いいわ。
Sure.
Looks like Kurisu proves that the cuteness is justice philosophy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We fucking did it. We made a goddamn time machine.
When's the photo shoot?
相変わらず橋田は
Keep it in your pants, Daru.
配信中だな。
You're not invited. Good to know you're still a pervert, Hashida.
だってブラチューのセーラっしょ。あれって確かパンモロだぞ。
Come on, it's Bloodtoon Sarah. She's got Panmoro going on.
What does that word mean?
I don't know, but I wonder if we're about to find out when we click.
パンモロ？
Panmoro?
パンツがもろに見えているの略。
It means her panties are completely exposed.
Oh. Good.
嘘。
No way.
大丈夫だよ。
It's okay.
Cuteness is justice.
ないかもだけどね。去年ぐらいにこんな言葉が流行ったんだよ。
You might not know this, but last year there was a really popular saying.
パンツじゃないから恥ずかしくないもんって。
They're not panties, so it's not embarrassing.
Is that how it works?
恥ずかしいでしょ。
It's plenty embarrassing, trust me.
絶対来てね。絶対だよ。
Mayuri suddenly gets very serious. Wear it. Wear it. Wear it.
Wear it, okay? It's a promise.
やめといた
Or
方がいいんじゃ
else.
ないかな。
Tuturu. Maybe you shouldn't bother.
Alright, Suzuha's here. Suzuha speaks, her tone sharp. She's scowling at Kurisu again. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changes.
Hell yeah! I love this art. You're asking for trouble by trusting Makise Kurisu.
それどういう意味？
What's that supposed to
What
mean?
the hell is going on here? Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from a fight. Sparks fly between the two girls.
前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？
I've been meaning to ask. Did I do something to you?
直接は何も。でも私、君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。
Not to me, but I know everything you've done.
私がしたことって、後ろめたいことは何もしてない。
What do you mean? I've done nothing to be guilty
でしょ
of.
うね。でも私、知ってるんだから。君の本質ってのをさ。
Perhaps, but I know your true
す
nature.
ごい。私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。
Wow, you can see into my heart? That's groundbreaking technology. I'd love to hear how it works.
装置なんてないよ。
Well, the way it works is, first of all, we have to traverse something called a metaverse. This is your fault, by the way. Like, all this persona shit, it's your fault.
It is. It's 100% my fault. It's not science. It's a prediction.
言いがかりってことか。
So you're just making it up.
事実としては。
I know.
Uh-oh, we've got a situation here.
Okarin.
Mayuri clings to me with teary eyes.
Oh, I did the wrong voice. Stop them from fighting.
この場を丸く収められるのは
This looks like a job for me. So everybody, just follow me. When you...
That took a little bit.
I think we gotta end this controversy. I insert myself between the two girls. Ladies, there's enough Okabe to go around.
この賞王院京馬が預かる
Break it up, you two. I, Hoin Kyoma, shall decide this dispute. They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. First, I focus on Kurisu.
上司
Zoom.
俺はお前をそのように育てた覚えはないぞ
Assistant, I didn't raise you this way.
覚えもない。
You didn't raise me at all.
まずサイエンティストを目指すように最も必要なことを教えたすなわち表面は熱く奥底では冷たく
If you want to become a true mad scientist, you must learn to keep your emotions in check, even as you cackle your way to victory!
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
Nobody asked you, and I'm already a scientist.
Next, I switch focus to Suzuha.
戦士お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルのはずだ
Warrior, your enemy is CERN, remember? You must conserve your strength for
ラ
Ragnarok.
ロには忠告したよね。マキセ・クリスには気をつけてって。
I warned you before, Okabe Rintaro. Makise Kurisu is a threat.
What? You're gonna mention that here? Now?
へーどういうことよ、岡部。
Oh, what's this about, Okabe?
Okay, to be fair, how is this Okabe's fault? Are you double-hatted?
I sure am. I'm cold.
Oh god. Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. But Mayuri's watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation. That's how I defuse situations,
Yeah, me too. I also laugh when I'm nervous.
right?
だけやり合うがいい戦って戦い抜いてその後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい
Looks like neither of you is willing to back down. So be it! Fight to your heart's content. Fight until there is no more fight to be had. Then share a manly handshake by the river and let friendship blossom.
だから
Defeat means friendship.
将来
Yep.
社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ
But in the future, when it comes time for you to venture out into the real world, I hope you remember one thing. Nobody likes a mood killer. Shut up! Getting yelled at by both of them at the same time sends shivers down my spine. It's coming. I quickly seize my right arm. Why now of all times? Calm down. Evil hand. Evil hand.
What's it gonna do?
What's it gonna do? Evil hand. I turn around and head back to Mayuri. Well, I tried. I'm sorry, Mayuri. At this rate, I'll end up hurting those two. I have no choice. The rest is up to you.
Jeez.
Mayuri puffs her cheeks out and goes over to the two girls.
二人とも聞いて。マユシーはね、喧嘩は嫌いなのです。仲良くしよう。
No
fighting. No fight.
Guys, Mayushi doesn't like it when you fight. Let's all get along, okay?
Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply.
That's all it took?
I expected this would happen. Mayuri is the oil that keeps the gears of this lab churning along. That banana-flavored oil. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Daru comes over to chat with Suzuha, and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurisu's in the development room making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping some Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess the prices of popular items at high-class restaurants. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it.
I immediately steal it and hurl it into the time machine.
No!
Hey, Okari.
Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling all the while.
ここ何週間かですごく賑やかになったね。
It's been really lively here these past few weeks, huh?
確かに
Yeah, I guess it has. I established the Future Gadget Laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's almost been 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up. Still not sure why, and became a lab mem. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then in early May, I finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab was just a 3-minute walk from my queen plus Neon Squared. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru. So the lab was really peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. Now the labmen count has increased to 8. Happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. They didn't come today, but Luca visits occasionally, and Ferris is a familiar face at My Queen plus Neon Squared. Or at least she was before my May Queen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
楽しいね。
It's fun.
Mayuri, too, seems pleased by the increase in lab mems.
あのね、ラボメンが8人に増えたでしょ。ちょっと狭くなってきたなってマユシーは思うんだ。
Now that there are 8 lab mems, Mayushi thinks it's getting a little cramped in here.
まずね、椅子が足りないのです。
First, we don't have enough chairs.
The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. Those are the only chairs in the lounge. There are some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there.
買ってこなくちゃだよ。おかりんはお金ある？
We should buy more. Do you have money, Okarin?
That depends. Do you have money, Mayushi? New chairs will take all my savings. Then I need to get a part-time job again.
じゃあ、マユシーのバイト代もちょっと出していいよ。
I guess you can use some of my salary.
That's Mayushi, the real breadwinner around here.
あとはね、 ナンバーワンが温められないよ。
We need a new microwave, too. Otherwise, I can't warm up my juicy chicken number one.
Without sending it back to the past.
それはすまん。
Yeah, sorry about that. Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her. It's the only food we let her have, if any. But Mayuri, when we turn over the time leap machine, the reward money will solve all of our problems.
イスト電子レンジの代金とちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるかな。
Will it be enough to pay for chairs and a microwave on top of the higher
もらえる
rent?
さ。もっともらえる。
It'll be enough. More than enough.
そうなんだ。よかったね、おかり。
Wow, that's great,
なぜそんな風にそう
Okarin.
なんだ？
Why are you so
だって
happy?
お友達たくさんできたもん。
Just look, we've made so
ダ
many
ルくんで
friends.
しょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、すずさん、モエカさん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、ナエちゃん、他にも他にも。
There's Daru-kun, Chris-chan, Luka-chan, Suzu-san, Moeka-san, Ferris-chan, Brown-san, Nai-chan, and more.
She gazes wistfully into the distance.
春の頃はオカリンはとっても寂しそうだったけど、
In the spring, when you started this lab, you seemed so lonely.
もう大丈夫だね。
But now you're fine.
マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
You don't need me to be your hostage
それ
anymore.
はどういう。
What do you... What do you mean? I try to ask, but before I can finish... An urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Keihin Tohoku lines. Subtitles read, Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Keihin Tohoku lines. I probably could have just waited 2 seconds to... A bomb threat?
Hang on. Those lines all pass through Akiba. How is Mayushi gonna get home?
本当だ。家に電話しなくちゃ。
Oh yeah, I should call home.
A bomb threat? I don't know why, but I got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akihabara are suspended. As if that were the target. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at Akihabara Station? I get a cold feeling in my stomach.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。
Okabe Rintaro, I need to know.
タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。
Exactly how many branches are on your penis?
You've completed the time leap machine, right?
Huh? Well, yeah.
Okay.
私、用事を思い出したから、ちょっと出かけてくる。
I just remembered I've got something to do. I'm going out.
Suzuha leaves the lab without another word.
何なの彼女。
What's wrong with her?
Suzuha's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I received. We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellyman. The Z program. Government secrets. The organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. The Time Leap Machine. What did Kurisu say?
私たち、ひょっとすると とんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
You gonna
We may have created a monster here.
Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant. But if I consider them part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run? Get out while we still can? Can't use the trains. What about the subway? Would a taxi be better? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly, there's a softness against my hand. I look down to see Mayuri's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see worry written on her face. I wonder how she got a marker. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow we'll get rid of the time leap machine, and we can forget that all this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we could forget about today and welcome tomorrow, we'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. I look over Mayuri's head at the entrance to the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone could just waltz right in. I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat is Akiba in an uproar, yet here in our corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Mayuri squeezes her hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. The next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. It all happens so fast, no one has time to scream. The men are foreigners, a mix of races, dressed casually in colorful shirts and shorts or jeans. But their arms are thick with muscle, and their eyes are hard and cold as ice. 2 of them are holding pistols. The other 3 have assault rifles. AK-47s and Akiba? Is this some kind of joke? One thing is certain. These guys aren't tourists. Hands in the air. Nobody move. The dark-skinned, crew-cut man barks an order. It feels like I'm dreaming. Did I fall asleep watching an action movie? This is the first time so many people have gathered in this room.
That's the important part?
Yeah. Suddenly, the lab feels small. What an odd thing to be thinking at a time like this. The first to obey is Daru. Then Kurisu raises her hands. Then me. And last is Mayuri. Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing, but their guns remain steady, muzzles pointed at us. On the TV, the comedian laughs. What is this? Are we on candid camera? Then I hear a new sound coming from outside. The sound of high heels. A woman is coming up the stairs. Are these men waiting for her? Is she their leader? A squad of battle-hardened commandos led by a beautiful woman. It's like something out of a manga. Nothing seems real. Before long, the woman appears. Kiryu Moeka, the part-time editor.
Plot twist.
The male demon, Shining Finger, who is never seen without her phone. Lab Mem 005. Moeka? She's their leader? The least imposing woman I've ever met? Even now, she doesn't meet my stare. Her eyes are aimed down at the floor. What's going on here?
Moeka-san?
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。
We're taking the time machine.
As always, her words are barely audible.
Perfect for me to read then.
It's ridiculous. laughable. And yet, I can't laugh. My heart is a jackhammer in my chest. The inside of my mouth is drier than a desert. I stay still with my hands in the air.
牧瀬クリス、岡部倫太郎、橋田至3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。
Makise Kurisu, Okabe Rintaro, Hashida Itaru. The three of you will come with us.
I don't understand. Why is Moeka here? I don't know, but I have to ask.
ことだ。
What's going on here?
答えられない。
I can't answer that.
冗談だろ。
This is a joke, right? Moeka shakes her
あ
head.
なたたちに答える必要はないという意味。
You don't need to know.
抵抗は許されない。
You can't resist.
とにかく
You have no chance to survive. Make your time.
Come with us.
どこへだ。
Where? No reply. She doesn't intend to answer that either. Dangerous. These guys are dangerous. Look at their guns.
Someone could put an eye out.
No, nothing good can happen if we go with them. I try to refuse, but my voice catches in my throat. I can't stop staring at their guns.
Also, they're
Are they
rifles
real?
and pistols, but mostly it's those biceps I'm impressed by.
Hell yeah, gun show. They're not gonna start shooting, are they?
理由と行き先を教えてもらわない限りついていくことはできない。
I'm not going anywhere until you answer.
拒否することは認めない。
You can't refuse.
あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。
You have nowhere to run.
私たちの仲間
Make
は
your time.
すでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
We have men stationed throughout Akihabara.
Wait. Something clicks in my head. It was them. Yeah, no shit. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains. Why? To keep us here? Just for that?
手荒な真似はしたくない。
I don't want to hurt anyone,
3人とも一
but
緒
I
に来て。
will. Kiryu Moeka doesn't want
Wanna
to
hurt
kill anyone,
anyone.
but she will.
Oh god, I want to play that game now.
Yeah. The three of you, come with us.
なんで
Why?
Krisu, who has kept silent until now, finally opens her mouth.
3人なの？
Why just the three of us?
That's when I realized that Mayuri wasn't included in Moeka's demand. She only wants Kurisu, Daru, and me.
何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。
I'm not answering your
あなたたち
questions.
はただついてくればいい。
Come with us. It's your only choice.
We're not getting anywhere.
おかりん。
Oh, Okarin.
Daru's voice is shaking. I turn my head to look at him. He's deathly pale.
とりあえず言うこと聞いとくべきじゃね。
Don't you think we should do what she says?
目的を言ってもらわないと。
But unless she tells me the reason, honestly, I have no idea what to do. My heart is still fluttering in my chest. This seems more like a dream than reality. I'm not a military otaku. I've never seen a real gun. The black shine of their weapons looks somehow tacky. They lack the imposing feel you expect. I'd believe her if she told me they were fake. Mayuri suddenly speaks up.
萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
Moeka-san, you're a lab mem too, aren't you?
It's as if Mayuri asked my question for me. Moeka was a strange woman, but I welcomed her as a lab mem all the same. What is she thinking right now? Zoom in on the back of her head. In answer... Oh, Moeka pulls a gun from her belt and points it at us.
It's glued to her hands.
I realize that Moeka isn't holding her phone. This is the first time I've seen her without it. Not like that matters now. Moeka's gun hand is trembling. Is the situation affecting her too? It must be. She's terrified of talking to people.
一緒に来てもらうのは
Our mission
あなたたちの口を封じるため。
is to silence you.
Silence
そ
us?
れは拒否しても変わらない。
Your refusal to come will change nothing.
Does that mean she plans to kill us? Why? What did we do?
誰の差し金だ。お前たち何者なんだ。
Who sent you? Who are you people?
私たちは
We
Moika suddenly lifts her head. For perhaps the third time since I've known her, she looks straight at me. Her eyes are dark and empty.
are from CERN.
Fucking CERN?
M4
M4! The dark-skinned man speaks up. Is he addressing Moeka?
口を慎め。
Watch your tongue! Moeka hangs her head again. In my head, I replay the words she just spoke. CERN. They're from CERN? Why CERN? Of course, who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。
Come with us now.
Moeka raises her voice in frustration.
これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするからね。
If you continue to resist, I'll have to resort to extreme sports.
Wait a... Alright. Moeka slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at... Mayuri. My whole body instantly goes cold.
椎名眉毛は必要ない。
Shina Mayuri is not needed.
Stop! I lunge at Moeka, but the dark-skinned man is faster. Gah! Something strikes my chin with crushing force. The shock numbs my entire body. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall to my knees, powerless to stand. Everything goes dark. What happened? Did he hit me with the butt of his rifle?
Okarin,
I look up. Mayuri, face streaked with tears, is reaching out to me as if begging for help. Over her shoulder, I see Moeka ready her gun.
Mayuri, no!
I try to yell stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. Someone, anyone, please, stop her. Stop Moeka! Moeka's lips move. She's mumbling something.
セルのために FP のためにセルのために FP の
For CERN. For Facebook. For CERN.
It's not
For
for
Facebook.
It's not for
I knew
face-
they were evil.
It's not for it's important that you get that.
For FB.
Okay. Her mouth opens and closes robotically. My blood curdles. No! A sharp, dry... What the fuck is wrong with you?
You asked me if I had the Tuturu machine.
Holy sh... What the fuck is wrong with you? A sharp, dry crack splits the air. Time slows to a crawl. Moeka pulled the trigger. Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead, splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate, frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body is limp like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose, and then the smell of blood.
Ah!
Daru clutches his head and falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs.
That's about
The
as
sound-
far as I can go.
Yeah, I know. The sound jerks me back to my senses. In my arms, Mayuri takes one short, shallow breath. And then...
Oh, Kari.
Mayuri?
No. No.
She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。3人とも一緒に来て。
You three come with us, now.
これ以上の警告はしない。
No more warnings.
抵抗するならあなたたちも殺す。
Resist and we'll kill you too.
I hear a voice, but I can't comprehend what it's saying. What is this? What is going on? Is this a joke? We may have created a monster here. This is a dream, right? Right? I feel nothing. My mind is blank. I shake Mayuri's shoulder. Mayuri? Wake up, Mayuri. You'll catch cold if you sleep here. You're tired. You can stay overnight. Or I can take you home if you prefer. We'll ride the train back to Ikebukuro together like we used to do before Daru joined when it was just the two of us. Memories of her smile whirl through my head. 1,000 different smiles from 1,000 different occasions. If I look away, she'll disappear. She always disappears.
But now you're fine. You don't need me to be your hostage anymore.
No, Mayuri, I still need you. Laugh for me, like you always do. Greet me with your silly Tuturu. Tell me it's a lie. Tell me you're all right. Mayuri? Assume I'm making a guttural scream here, but I can't do it because it's like midnight. But bottoms up. Ugh. Red flames consume my mind, an inferno of rage and hate and rage and hate and the burning desire to kill everything I see. I gently lay the motionless Mayuri on the floor. I stand up and then I fling myself at Moeka.
Okabe!
But before I can take a step, someone grabs my hand from behind.
You can't.
Let me go! Let me go!
You can't. They'll kill you.
Moeka's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the trigger. You gonna kill me too?
抵抗するな。
If you resist.
今は従って。
Please, Okabe, do what she says. Okay?
あんたも殺される。
Otherwise, they'll kill you too.
I tear my hand from Karisu's grip. My vision is a tunnel with Moeka on the other side. She won't get away with this. She killed Mayuri in cold blood. I'll do the same to her.
No!
Moeka pulls the trigger. The sound of the shot smites upon my eardrums. I feel a sharp pain on the side of my head. I nearly lose my balance again, but I'm still alive. What happened? I realize that Moeka's gun is lying at her feet. Beside it is a small stone. Someone must have thrown it and knocked her gun aside.
Get down!
Quit! Suddenly, Suzuha is there in the doorway, knocking one man down in the blink of an eye. Before anyone can react, she darts into another man's range and delivers a piercing elbow strike to his solar plexus. The man drops to his knees, gasping for air. The remaining men turn their guns on her, but she throws the incapacitated man towards them to block their aim. She then slides into the feet of the man at the rear, tripping him forward in a single smooth, flowing motion, drives her knee into the man's face as he falls. Who the hell? The dark-skinned man aims his rifle, but before he can fire, Suzuha snatches a stunned attacker's gun and shoots him. Gah! Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without pausing, Suzuha leaps into the air and delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to his jaw.
そこまでよ。
Enough.
The next thing I know, the 5 men are down, and Moika's gun is aimed at Suzuha's face. But Suzuha doesn't back down. Her gun is trained on Moika's neck. It's a standoff. Neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
何者
Who are you?
42
42.
Suzuha's reply makes no sense. She glances at me.
TV.
What is she saying?
点灯済み
Turned on.
何を
What?
Suddenly, Carissa springs up and makes a break for the development room.
動くな
Don't move.
それはこっちのセリフ
That's my line.
I suddenly realize the meaning of Suzuha's words. The 42-inch TV downstairs. It's on. She wants me to use the time leap machine? I look at Mayuri's body. She's lying there quietly. Her eyes are closed. They'll never open again. One of the men Suzuha knocked out starts to moan. They wake up, it's all over. Suzuha looks at me again. Her eyes implore me to make my move. If I use the machine, I can avert Mayuri's death. But at the same time, it could fry my brain. Fry my brain? So what? What is there to fear? Mayuri is dead. Shot in cold blood. This isn't right. I won't accept it. Then change it. Change the past. You have the power. Use it. I stagger into the development room. Carissa is about to put on the headgear. I pull it away from her.
岡部
Okabe.
俺が飛ぶ
I'm going back.
私が
No, I should be the one to.
I grab Carissa's wrist as she tries to take it back. I stare into her eyes wet with tears.
俺がマユリを助ける
I will save Mayuri.
失敗した
But what if it fails?
I ignore her and put on the headgear. Moika's last shot grazed the side of my head. My ears are still ringing and there's blood on my neck. It doesn't matter. I might fail, might even die, but I have to try. It's my only chance to save Mayuri. Karisu bites into her lip and activates the X68000.
Okabe Rintaro, one of them's moving.
この線使わせるな
Get in there, kill them.
やらせるか
Damn, kids! The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab future gadget number 4, Moad Snake, from the shelf and flick the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see.
Holy shit, the future gadgets were actually useful.
Holy shit.
Kill them. Ah,
Kurisu?
Okabe. Are you sure?
タイムリープしてもいいの
Are you sure about this? Really?
やれクリスマシンを動かせ
Do it, Kurisu! Activate the time machine!
Ah! Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Pain flares in my right arm. Was I shot? Doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset ready with one hand. Wait for me, Mayuri. I won't die here. I'll cross through time to save you. Leap, my memories, leap to the past. Leap! The world explodes into light. Hey, it's the first time we've seen that.
Holy shit.
Hell
fuck.
yeah!
Well, shit. That was a went from 0 to 100.
Went just 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
And if you want to see what happens next, you'll have to join us next time. Hey, you can't say I didn't warn you. I did say to smoke them if you got them.
Yeah.
There's a reason I made sure we had alcohol for this one.
Yep. Oh, poor Manchu.
Oh, I don't know yet. Anyway, shit is getting real, so we'll see you next time when we find out what exactly just happened. Bye, everyone.
Bye.